Hi, welcome to my channel, Internet Marketing Clan. And my video today is going to be about how we go about finding keywords for a website only using the Google search tool. Now, some of that might seem obvious, but I thought it may be helpful for you to see how I would use this particular tool. You can actually do keyword research without using paid tools, and I'm going to show you how you can do that today. So I have Google search open, and to do this doesn't work if you just have, if you're using Chrome or something like that and it's Google starter screen on Chrome. What you actually have to do, you have to go to Google itself to access what is called the autocomplete tool within Google search. So you may have noticed that when you start to type something like basketball, shoes, it starts to give you a list of other things that people are searching for frequently. So we can use this to our advantage. Google is basically giving us information. Google is basically giving us information about what people are searching for. And so we can use that to find topics for our websites. Okay, so I'm going to just pick a blog topic out thin air. Let's say golf tips. So if I start typing golf tips, okay, so the information that Google is telling us is that the suggestions near the top of the list are actually the most searched for terms. Google doesn't give away the actual search volume for any search term, and there is no tool, either paid or free, that you can use that is going to give you that data. Now, Google Keyword Planner is really designed for advertising, and the numbers in there relate to people who are searching mainly for commercial terms. So a lot of the more informational type searches on Google, the search volume tends to be underestimated in the Google Keyword Planner, and many of the paid tools that you may buy or use, they're just pulling that same data from Google, so it's not that accurate. And there are lots of search terms out there that may show 0 searches in Google Keyword Planner, but there are a ton of people, thousands even, searching for some of those keywords. So say we chose Google Tips for Beginners. You can be rest assured there are going to be a lot of people searching for that search term. We can't say exactly how many, but there will be a lot of people searching for that search term. The danger a lot of bloggers make is that they start writing stuff for their blog. It's maybe topics that they know about, that they want other people to know, but actually nobody's searching for that. If your title of your blog post and the topic that's based around is not something that people are searching for, then you're not going to get anyone visiting your website, and that's a mistake I see so many people making. So you could write about golf tips for beginners, women's golf tips for beginners, best golf videos for beginners. Google is giving us some suggestions here, but what we can do is, if I go back to golf tips for, now it's giving me a list of the most popular terms here, but it's probably likely these are going to be among the most competitive terms, And today's video is not about keyword competition. It's about choosing topics and choosing keywords to use. But generally speaking, the most popular search terms are going to be more competitive. The least searched terms are going to be less competitive, just as a rough rule of thumb. But if I start typing the letter A, I get different suggestions. If you go through the letters of the alphabet, then Google starts giving you suggestions of words beginning with that letter. So now we have golf tips for better ball striking. So that could be a really good search term for a new blog with much less competition than maybe golf tips for beginners. And then if I type C, you get more suggestions. Golf tips for complete beginners. D, golf tips for driving straight. Golf tips for driving accuracy. You get the kind of idea. If you go through all the letters of the alphabet with this, you're going to come up with a lot of keywords. Sorry about my dog barking in the background. Okay, something else that we can do is if we take our original search term golf tips and we start typing at the beginning, we'll start with the letter A, then we also get additional suggestions at the beginning of the search term as well. So we have advanced golf tips, alignment golf tips, and if we go through the alphabet again, we get beginner golf tips, basic golf tips, C, crazy golf tips. You get the idea. So you can use this method to find keywords that people are searching for. And as I said before, the ones that appear at the top tend to be more popular than the ones that appear further down the bottom, as a general rule. Okay, another way of finding some great keywords, especially informational type keywords, is looking for questions that people are asking. And how we do that is that we use this same method, but instead of typing letters of the alphabet, we start the query with a question. So we leave the original keyword in there, and if I type what, then Google autocomplete will complete the search term and give us some suggestions. So what are the secret 6 golf tips? So that's one that has come up. But if we go through different queries of asking questions, if we use the word do, see what comes up. Perhaps not. Can you change tips on golf shafts? That's a slightly different topic, but it gives you an idea of the types of questions that you can find. It could well be that people are maybe not searching that many questions using this particular key phrase. Let's think of any others that we can use. Which? Nope. If we reduce that to golf and then start typing in what, okay, now we're getting more interesting questions. What golf ball should I use? What golf clubs should I buy? Etc. And again, you can take that and start adding your ABC at the end. What golf apps work with an Apple Watch? So there are loads of great search terms you can find doing that. You can go through all the different types of questions. Can, it's a good one. Can you golf while pregnant? can you play golf in the rain, etc. So these are all interesting ones. Does golf keep you fit? Does golf count as exercise? Okay. Does golf grip size matter? We've done can. Which golf balls go further? So you get the idea. You ask questions at the beginning, and Google autocomplete will give you all these search terms that you can use in your content. I'm going to go back to golf tips, original search. Okay, and if you scroll down the page, you will notice that Google actually gives us questions that people are asking around this topic. It's under the title People Also Ask. So we have 4 here. What is the best golf tip ever? How do you drive a golf ball straight? How can I get better at golf? Beginners, what percentage of golfers can break 80? Now, if there's one here that interests you, let's click on that one. It gives us a snippet answer, but what you will notice is it has now added some extra questions as well. So if we keep clicking on these, we're now getting extra questions. Sometimes the snippet will be different. This one happens to be a video. Yeah. So now we have a whole list of questions that people are searching in Google that you could write content for. It's another little tip from the Google search tool. Another way to find great keywords is if you type in a common search term, such as golf tips, and you scroll to the very bottom of the page, Google gives you searches related to golf tips. So now we have golf tips for seniors. Okay. And that gives us a whole host of questions that people are asking, just as I showed you before. So we click on that, click on that one, click on that one, and now we have a list of questions that relate to golf tips for seniors. So you could have a section on your website which is just focused on golf for seniors, for example. And again, after clicking on that search term, go to the bottom. Lo and behold, you get even more related search terms related to that initial search term. So we have golf set up and swing for seniors. There's our results. We get more questions that people also ask. So I hope that has been helpful. A few other things that if you're doing more sort of product type keyword searches, I've looked mostly at informational ones. If you are doing products, what you can do, I don't know an awful lot about golf, but let's say Callaway XR driver, it's coming up with that. And if we use versus, it is giving us search terms that people are obviously typing in, where they want to compare one product with another product, and it's giving us the order of search volume here. So that one at the top there, Callaway XR driver versus XR16 driver, is a search term that has some volume behind it. This is something that people are searching for. So if you have a golf blog and you want to do a product comparison page, then that is one way of finding some nice keywords. Okay. Other ways that you can use this is also if you're doing a commercial type keyword, you can use the word review and Callaway golf ball review. So it gives you a lot of different review type keywords that can be useful, and you can apply this to anything, any type of either informational or commercial type keyword. The same is true if you're doing local SEO. You're creating pages for local search. Let's see. Plumbers in city. Plumbers in Dallas. Okay. And you could use or plumbers in Texas, and then by typing, go through the letters of the alphabet, you will find the most common sort of search terms that maybe associated with that. If I type in between, Google will give me some of the more common searches. So Lubbock, Texas is obviously a common one. It'll give you an idea of search volume as well. So I hope this video has been helpful. If you would like to find out how I built a blog from scratch using some of these similar techniques that is making over $1,000 in passive income each month, click on the link in the top right of your screen, which will appear now. And you can also find a link to that video in the description below as well. Also, if you'd like to be notified about future videos, please subscribe, click the bell icon below, and check out my other videos, and feel free to leave a question in the comments as well. Thanks for watching. Keep pressing on with your website projects. Never give up.